A plane that had a terrorist accident built by unscrupulous airlines, but something even more terrifying happened. The plane has been repainted and refurbished. It looks normal. Flight 407 is about to embark on a new journey. Passengers are boarding one after another. The dog Egg, who was conducting the final inspection on the plane, suddenly heard a sound from the plane. Worried about accidents, he immediately entered the cargo hold to check, and a ghost walked slowly behind him. I don't know when the warehouses will be closed. Dog Egg cries desperately. There was no response either. Soon, Flight 407 sets sail. A journey of fear begins. The flight attendants stood in a row, dancing for a safety demonstration. The passengers watched with enthusiasm. Suddenly, a bald man stood up. His gaze glazed over. Speak with words in your mouth. Rolling one's eyes. My head turned 360 degrees and then fainted to the ground. Wake up again, but completely unaware of what happened. The flight attendant had to follow a string of blood footprints. The monk and bowl cut, who saw this scene, were stunned. The man with dirty braids goes to the restroom to wash his face. A pair of ghostly hands caught him. Just discovered the wound. In the blink of an eye, the wound disappeared. In the cockpit, the assistant sees the warning light flashing continuously. Come to the warehouse for inspection. That's when I discovered the disheveled dog Egg. Two people returning to the cabin together, and the expression of the deputy suddenly became dull. Talking to the flight attendant Xiaomei about meeting the captain. Xiaomei looked at her back as she left with her hands down. The body is gradually becoming transparent, and at this moment, the captain was covered in a ghost and remained motionless. Immediately after, the passengers in the cabin also experienced strange reactions, shouting and shouting one by one. The body also presents incredible distortions. Come on, dog Eggs. Engine room pressure application. Let Xiaomei quickly turn on the oxygen system. Wait until Xiaomei comes back with an oxygen mask. The passengers all fainted. A dilapidated dining car was pushed out by a flight attendant who had been dead for many years. Xiaomei and Dog Dan transfer economy class passengers to normal business class passengers. The passengers are just beginning to wake up. The pressure system on the plane is broken. Dog Egg and Xiaomei are going to the warehouse for emergency repairs. They didn't even know that the plane had turned into a dilapidated appearance many years ago. Ball Cut happens to be today's birthday. My father is about to sing him a birthday song. At this point, a dilapidated dining car was pushed out. There are rotten cakes and lit candles on it. The passengers looked at their dirty braids in horror. The man boldly pushed the dining car back. Everyone breathed a sigh of relief. A female passenger was suddenly possessed by a ghost. She asked everyone in a strange voice about Xiaomei's whereabouts, shouting loudly for Xiaomei to come out several times, as soon as the oxygen in the cabin is depleted. Fortunately, Dog Egg fixed the pressure system in a timely manner. The aircraft is starting to operate normally, but the old grandmother who was too old couldn't carry it. Dog Egg and Xiaomei just returned to the cabin. Ball Cut's mother rushed forward in a fierce manner. He remembered what the female passenger had said. Asked Xiaomei what she did. Why did the ghost want to kill him? And it also implicated everyone. For everyone's safety consideration, let Xiaomei go to the rear cabin. Kegu Dan and Xiaomei just walked into the cabin. There's a tapping sound from the plane. The passengers are extremely scared. Dog Egg and Xiaomei also returned. The tapping sound continues. At this point, everyone is pointing their fingers at Xiaomei. It turned out that there was also an accident 10 years ago. At that time, everyone on the plane was crazy about it. Xiaomei is the only survivor, and this plane is the one that crashed back then. Xiaomei plans to notify the captain, but I found that the hatch was covered in bloody scratches. The scene of the past surfaced before us. These scratches are exactly what they made with their nails. Everyone was scared and fled backwards. Female passenger accidentally falls. Convenient for men to come forward and help him. But then the woman was possessed by a ghost again. The man with a dirty braid picked up the fire extinguisher and hit it again and again, until the woman remained motionless. People hiding behind the cabin found that Bowl Cut was missing. Paparazzi and Xiaomei with dirty braids, male and Bowl Cut head. Father went to the warehouse to look for it, and the warehouse has become what it was 10 years ago. Bowl Cut's mother heard her daughter's voice. He followed the sound to find it, but seeing the dead grandmother come back to life, jump over and pinch the woman's neck. In haste, woman, pushing the dining car and crashing into it. The old lady has no movement, and at this point, the woman has already been captured by ghost images. Look, everyone is a demon. He pushed the dining car into the monk again. A scream of distress. The monk received a box lunch. The deputy and female passenger, who came upon hearing the news, were also killed by the woman as evil spirits, and at this point, several people in the warehouse were surrounded by ghosts. Xiaomei said, "Just close your eyes." In a moment, the ghost will disappear. Everyone hurry up and follow suit. Curious with dirty braids, open your eyes in advance. He picked up the axe and waved it wildly. Killed the flight attendant who happened to arrive by mistake. Wait for them to return to the cabin, discovering that this place has been occupied by ghosts. Those who died are all dying here. Fear. Want to run, but was killed by the oncoming Mother Bowl Cut. At this point, the plane began to lose control and descend. The tableware and the table flew out and pierced the mother's body of Bowl Cut. Seeing this little beauty collapse, he revealed the truth 10 years ago. She blocked the cockpit door back then. Allow colleagues to plead. He didn't even open the door. and even killed a colleague. So she appeared on this plane again, only then can it arouse their resentment. At this point, dead women possessed by ghosts charge up and strangle. Xiaomei Bolcut had already hidden into the cockpit. She has made contact with ground command. The staff asked her to operate the plane that had landed more than halfway. At the moment of landing, it returned to normal. They were saved. But Xiaomei couldn't come down. His body is still lying in the cabin. Turns out she's already dead. This movie is overly packed with bloody and terrifying elements. It looks a bit funny during the day. Of course, it's best not to try at night. However, the analysis of human nature is quite profound. The causes of death among passengers are more due to fear and selfishness.